when it comes to military.
All I can promise you as a leader.
A minister and a former governor, how can anybody in his right senses say?
They will talk about insecurity as if the insecurity just started within the administration of the president.
Beg my brother, what is the sense in this video?
And I want to say to you, in your state, I have strong belief.
One on your state.
It is not by force to be relevant.
I can sometimes believe that this was orchestrated by the government of your state.
My brother, why? Why?
To blackmail President Tinubu.
Politicizing the tragedy of our people that are currently inciting people in your state.
4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, they kidnapped people in Ekiti State.
That I know it was a state government that kidnapped the children. Please.
That this sometimes can be orchestrated.
Please, if you don't have anything to say, my brother, please stay quiet. Like,
what else do I promise you?
Resign.
Hello guys, welcome back to Chaka. How did we get to where we are now? I ask, how did we get to where we are now that the bandits and fulani herdsmen are now demanding the government of Nigeria change law to suit them before they can release those children kidnapped in Oyo State? How did we get here? A few days ago, when the Oyo State House of Assembly Speaker came out to say that bandits is demanding from them to change law, to buy them weapons. And we have people such as the former governor of Ekiti State, Fayoche, coming out to say that Makinde is responsible for the kidnapping of those children. Before we even talk about how we get here, I want us to first listen to the Speaker of House of Assembly of Oyo State, where he came out to make such statement that bandit is demanding from them that they should change the law of Oyo State. So let's listen to him, then we'll come back to continue with the story. But before we do that, just we normally do it here, guys. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button, click on the bell icon so that when I drop any latest update, you will be notified. Thank you very much. So now, let's watch that video, then we'll come back.
To bring these children and teachers back. If it was up to you, would you negotiate with terrorists? If terrorists ask for weapons, they ask for money, they ask for concession on future laws of this land as part of their ransom, if you are the governor, would you accept those ransom? Would you accept for those people to be integrated into that community? We don't know the details. So please, let's be sensitive and calm. You do not know the details. The more you negotiate with these people, the more you are going to embolden them.
If you listen to the speaker, he's telling us this is what bandits are demanding. How can you buy bandit weapons? How can you change law that will suit bandits? And what are these demands? Let's talk about the demand. If you look at the image beside me there, you can see the demand that the bandits are requesting before they can release those children. The first one is they will need ₦1 billion that should be paid to a bank account in Benin Republic. That the government should release terrorists that were already arrested. And that is doable. You can release those bandits just for the sake of releasing those children. But at the same time, that the government should provide them 2 healers. That is also doable. That the government should buy them weapons, release terrorists, and the worst demand from there is the government should amend the Oyo State law that they should not implement Sharia law. And that is the bone of contention in this request. How could they do that? And if they succeed in doing that, it is finished for the entire country. And the question still remains, how did we get here? How did we get here? As we're talking about how did we get here, we have this statement from the former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, where he came out to accuse Makinde of being the one sponsoring this bandit. Let's listen to Fayose, then we'll come back to say how dangerous this statement is.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to me, is not a perfect person, but he has given his best. Things were worse at the exit of President Buhari. And let me chip in, most people may not want to say, President himself may not want to say this. President Tinubu literally handed over government to himself by taking over from Buhari. And as a decent man, a man who would not want to say that he has abandoned the northerner, I'm sure in his heart, took everything to heart and managed the damage done to the country by the last administration. The president has shown focus. And I want to say to you, when Jonathan was to leave office, the same way he was blackmailed with insecurity, the same way they went to America, they made Obama to carry the placard of Chibok girls. Let me quickly branch to Oyo State, very quickly, by this. I want to say to you, before you get to the president in the hierarchy of leadership and governance, there is local government, there is states. States have security votes. They have people that are supposed to be working. They have Amotekun. They have all sorts of names. When you ask governors now, they will say, we are not chief security officers. That is incorrect. That was why I was giving an example of myself. And I want to say to you, in your state, I have strong belief, I may be wrong, that this sometimes can be orchestrated. The governor of Oyo State had his nomination, the nomination of his candidate in the face of this abduction. He did not take any action. No steps were taken. It was after all those nominations that he went to the family to visit them, that he brought somebody out, started crying, the husband of one of the women. It is sad. I can sometimes believe that this was orchestrated in a way, I'm not saying totally, by the government of Oyo State to blackmail President Tinubu in a way. At the same time,
but that will be no, Governor Fayose, that's going to be an.
The adage that said that the moment you enter APC, you have no brain of your own, still remain, and every day they keep on proving us right. How could a grown-up man, a former governor of Ekiti State, blaming Makinde of being in charge, of being the one responsible for these atrocities? And this statement have caused a lot of reaction from Nigerians. For example, Mr. Fulani, and that should be the next video I want us to watch. Let's listen to his reaction, then we'll come back to give our own opinion also.
This one on your state. And please, if I had the opportunity, I would tell the president, please, one, a minister and a former governor that are currently inciting people in your state, politicizing the tragedy of our people. How can anybody in his right senses say that I know it was a state government that kidnapped the children? Please, if you know this, go to the police. Go to the state security service.
Mr. Falana, we're totally out of time. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
And somebody says, I know the politicians that are responsible.
Yeah.
Why have you not reported them? So that you the parents of those who are the children that
thank you so much indeed. And that's why I raised that action for all Nigerians to stand together.
As Mr. Falana is saying, this warning, telling the president to warn his followers, his minister, his former governor, that those statements they are making is politicizing the incident that just occurred in Oyo State. If really Fayose is really sure that Makinde is the one causing this atrocity, there is police, there's DSS, there is army there. Why doesn't he report to them? And this leads us to another reaction from Isaac Fayose, the younger brother or the brother of the Fayose, the former governor of Ekiti State. Let me listen to him, then we'll come back to analyze further the story.
My brother, what is the sense in this video? 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, they kidnapped people in my own state, Ekiti State. And you are supporting the governor there. Why didn't you tell the governor of Ekiti that you are collecting security vote? Why can't you protect Ekiti people, my brother? Why? Why? You are losing, people are looking at you like, what is this man turning to, my brother? For crying out loud. How? So you mean people that have been crying in APC states, Borno, Katsina, Zamfara, Niger, Kwara, their governors, they pocket their security votes. My brother, Abba, please, if you don't have anything to say, my brother, please, stay quiet like any other former governors. It is not by force to be relevant by talking. This is not right. So people that died in Ekiti that were kidnapped, so it's because your bow that you are supporting he's been pocketing the security vote. That's why Abi is the one that buy them. My brother, fear God, fear God, fear God.
So if Fayose is saying that because Makinde got security vote from the federal government, the allocation for security vote, he should be blamed. What happened to Ekiti State 4 to 5 weeks ago? That people were also kidnapped in Ekiti State. Has he done the same thing? Has he blamed his government for not reacting, for not protecting his people? No. If turn a blind eyes to that, but displaying politics with the one that happened in Oyo State. What of the one happened in Nasarawa State, Borno State, or every part of the country that has been occurring not before now? What happened? Nothing. Now, as this is also going on, there's another video I want us to watch of David Umahi, who is now telling us we should not blame Tinubu because insecurity did not start from Tinubu tenure. I'm not kidding you guys. You guys watch this video.
Thank the president. You know, what is the national discourse now is the issue of security and insecurity. When people, that call themselves extreme politicians, insult the president and talk about insecurity as if the insecurity just started within the administration of the president. It's very unfortunate because security is the job of everyone. The security, should not be politicized, should not be organized. Why is it that any time we're trying to have an election, there is, heightened insecurity? This is very, very unfair. Because anybody that takes the life of others under any guise, God is watching, and God is going to pay back. And so, if anybody has hands in the insecurity because the person wants power, God will resist such a person. God will resist such a person. So we stand with the president, we pray for him, we walk with him, and the peace phase will also pass. We will win our election by God's special grace. The boat is already on sale, it's on high sea. We are experiencing turbulence, but the president has been able to stabilize the boat in so many directions. The macroeconomy is stabilized, the naira is stable, and we are descending the gains of the reforms to the micro level. And this insecurity will also be solved by this president. And we all be grateful to God Almighty. Because when God has called you, because power and might belongs to God, there is nothing anybody will do. What is happening is that God's glory will be amplified. And Nigeria will be taken again. And there will be peace and prosperity in the land. We continue to pray for all our students who are in captivity. God sees them wherever they are hiding, and their hands will be loosened by God, and they will return our teachers and students and our brothers and sisters that may be in captivity. My confidence is in God that this place will also come and pass, and Nigeria will be peaceful again under President Bola Tinubu. So let's continue to work for the progress and unity of the country. The power belongs to God. Power belongs to God. And they will lead us until 2031. And we shall be very happy again.
So, because insecurity did not start from Tinubu's tenure, we should not blame Tinubu again. We should just let it go. Tinubu, do whatever you want to do. If people are kidnapped, if people are unalived, it is not your fault because it did not start from you. I think I have a video I have someone who have a perfect answer to David Umahi. And that person is Apostle Suleiman. In this video that he did in one of his sermons that he preached, and I think it will be very relevant to this situation.
When it comes to military, Nigerian military, they are one of the best. But how do you continue when a military man catches a terrorist and gets a phone call? You are demoralizing them. I've seen policemen outside in different countries. They are horrible. People said I'm too harsh on the government, that I should calm down. Let me tell you the truth. When it comes to our institutions, the police, the army, the DSS, the Navy, Nigeria has one of the best sets of uniform men. I have been around the world. I travel abroad on weekly basis. Okay, I'm not saying monthly basis. When it comes to military, Nigerian military, they are one of the best. I'm not joking. Soldiers, you are complaining about terrorism. If not those men, what would have happened? The soldiers in Nigeria are risking their life. But how do you continue when a military man catches a terrorist and gets a phone call? You are demoralizing them. Some of you looking at me now, you carry your phone. That's how you are typing. You are insulting soldiers. Under God, those are the only people protecting you. You carry your phone, you are typing and joining people. You can't claim to love a country or a nation when you are destroying institutions. Come to the police, one of the best. Forget this noise, this nonsense. I've seen policemen outside in different countries. They are horrible. Our military, one of the best. Our police, one of the best. If you come to the DSS, you have no idea. You hear people say, let them track these people. You know how many people they track every day and they pick them quietly? You expect them to tell you they should come and post it? Are they like you that post Indomie noodles on social media as you are shameless? They are working. And the current DSS head has boosted their morale. The current is one of the best they have had. Why are they boosting their morale? To make them feel comfortable to face insurgents. All of them, they are good. But when they work and they get calls. So now you say, okay, Apostle, don't condemn. Advice. I have 4 advices. Number 1, ban open grazing. Ranch your cattle. If you want to train your cattle, get a place and train them. Don't move them about. Cattle business is private business. It's not government business. Number 2, very importantly, you must understand that. Go after the sponsors. 2014, when these men were brought into the country, they came with their children. As at then, children were 6, we are 7. Our military has taken all of them out. The people you are facing now are the children that were 6 years old in 2014, who have now grown to be 21, to be 19. That's why you see them, small boys carrying AK-47. Go after the sponsors. Who empower them? Go after the sponsors. I'm calm, I'm not shouting. Go after the sponsors. Number 3, this is not the time for politics. Leave every political meeting now and go after these people. Forget all the meetings. Number 4, resign. Let somebody else do it. If you say that it didn't start with you, you met insecurity, you are admitting that you can't fix it, leave. Let somebody else come. I didn't shout. I didn't insult.
What he said there, the final nail on the coffin is Tinubu should just resign. If he cannot provide solution to the problem facing him, and he have already come to that conclusion that the insecurity did not start from his tenure, so he does not find it worthy to solve the situation. So, in that extent, Tinubu should resign from today. He doesn't even need to contest, but now his wife and his people, they are contesting buying houses or buying cars for politicians, while Nigerians are suffering on a daily basis. And this also, I want us to watch another video of this time of our President Tinubu in this congregation or in this gathering of or town hall, you might call it, where he was trying to reassure his followers and the congregation that he is there to solve Nigeria's problem. And you can even see that they don't believe him anymore. Let's watch the video. They will come back and analyze how Nigerians in that congregation react to his statement.
All I can promise you as a leader is that I will lead with sincerity. Regardless of tribe, religion, I don't care. What else do I promise you? Governance. Nigeria's prosperity is beginning to manifest itself. I will continue to work hard to make sure that we realize our dreams and leave a legacy of continuity of progress, inclusiveness, and prosperity.
So if the Tinubu could not even assure his followers, and his followers did not even believe him anymore, what make you think we should believe him? Does that man fit? Is that man fit to continue even today, from tomorrow, to still be the president of Nigeria? No. He's not fit to be a president, not a state governor, as he's already too old. He's not fit to be a president. He's supposed to be with his grandchildren as he stands now. Now, I want us to come back again and talk about the accusation from former governor of Ekiti State, Fayose, regarding that Makinde is the one causing the atrocities, sponsoring the atrocities of all those bandits. I was going to listen to Isaac Fayose, his younger brother, in this allegation he made that if we are to blame anybody, we should blame Wike, the Minister of FCT. We know how Wike is. But let me not talk too much. Let's listen to Isaac Fayose.
Wike said, and I quote, he said, I will put fire in your state, Governor Seyi Makinde. I will put fire in your state. And now, this kidnapping, this picking our children and the teachers happened the week that Governor Seyi Makinde is supposed to declare his candidate. That was the date these people were kidnapped in Oyo State. 3 days ago, this same Wike mocked Governor Seyi Makinde that Shebi, I told you, I will put fire in your state. Add 1 + 1 + 2 plus the dates, add it together. Wike's boy came out on national telly to say maybe it's Governor Makinde that arranged the kidnapping. Are you following this story very well? So that means, how can they even think that deep? And don't forget, that same River State, when Wike was governor, the kidnapping there passed the whole kidnapping within Nigeria at the time. Think. These politicians, they can do and undo. How can one man say we put fire on a state? And 3 days ago, he was mocking that same governor, after knowing fully well that a teacher they just beheaded a teacher. Children, infants are in the bush. How can he still come out 3 days ago to say, Shebi, I told you I'll put fire? You are getting the fire now. Nigerians, we have to shine our eyes. We have to shine our eyes well. If we say we dey country where law they work, I'm sure DSS or police for don't call Wike now for questioning. What a word. Because of power, you not turn you.
After listening to me, if there's really anybody to blame, is Wike. If you are able to kind of suspect somebody, if Wike could say that he will make sure destabilize Oyo State, that Makinde will not be successful in conducting even primary or contesting for the presidency, this is a very good example of it. Even after the incident, Wike was still coming out to boast of what he has achieved. That now, Makinde cannot contest for the presidency anymore because he has failed in protecting his people. Who are we to even blame? Who are we to even hold here? In this case, it is Wike. I'm not saying he's the one who caused that atrocity, but if we are to listen to utterances from people in government, Wike should be a very prime suspect. That leads me to the question I asked at the beginning. How did we get here? How did we get here? I will tell you, I'll give my own opinion, and I will be waiting for you guys' opinion on the comment section below. The way I believe we got here is how to this escalation is because how the Tinubu government have been handling this insecurity in Nigeria. They call them our brothers. They call them our prodigal sons. Even to the extent Gumi was threatening Nigerians that we have to live with them. That our life is under threat. We have to learn how to live with bandits. The government is calling them the prodigal son, repentant Boko Haram, repentant agent, repentant client. That's what they call them. Somebody will unalive somebody, you call them and say they are repentant. You even employ them into the army and give them guns. That is how we get there. We embody these terrorists. There's no repercussion. Just as Apostle Suleiman said, the military will hold a fulani herdsman or bandit. Then the military will get a call and say, leave those people. They are your brothers. How do you think, what do you think, how, I don't even know how to even think of it. That is how we get here. Having repentant Boko Haram in the community. Because the moment you catch them in the field, they'll tell you, say, I repent. They bring them because somebody already called you and say you should leave them. Your NSC, your chief of army staff, your government agencies, governors, is telling you they are your brothers. They have to rehabilitate them into the society. I swear for who not swear for these people. If you not swear for these people, me, I swear for you. It shall never be well with them. God, I don't know how to even put it anymore. Thank you guys. I will leave you guys here and I will be waiting for you guys' comment on the comment section below. Thank you guys for staying to this very moment. But before I go, just the way I normally do it here. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Click on the bell icon so that whenever I drop any latest update, you'll be notified. And please don't forget to share this video for more awareness. Thank you very much.